After beating the game, the special menu unlocks, and there's 2 items there. Sound mode, which we showed off at the end of the game in the last episode, and boss rush mode. Boss rush mode lets you take any completed game save file in, so you can actually run through a bunch of the bosses. Here's how it works. You cap at level 40, so anything past that does not matter, but all the souls you have carry over, and all the equipment you have carries over. You do not get to bring your inventory in here. They give you a couple extra items, including meat strip, tasty meat, mind up, high mind up, and 2 of the rotten food items. So if you want to give yourself a handicap and do some damage to yourself, you can. Otherwise, you know, they're here normally anyways. And if you have the flesh golem soul, you can just heal up with that, so you get extra heals. We're gonna keep our current setup with the Claim Solas, the Dracula's Tunic, and the Chaos Ring, which means unlimited MP, and you can see where this is going. We're gonna bring Red Minotaur in for some heavy damage, Black Panther for some speed, and we're gonna put on a Headhunter for a big increase in stats. Now here's the thing, the time it takes you to finish Boss Rush dictates what prize you get. There are 4 different prizes. We're gonna be trying to get them all, but ideally we're gonna see if we can get the best one first. We have to go through 10 bosses. Well, I say 10, 9 are bosses. One's just a regular enemy for some reason. You do not have to fight Julius. You do not have to fight Chaos, but everything else is in here. So we're equipped. We're geared up. Let's go. First up, Creaking Skull. And he's done. You can wait for the healing item, but you're on a timer. I wouldn't recommend doing that. Next up, Manticore. He's done. Next up, Great Armor. He's done. I'll be noticing a trend here. Next up, for some reason, this guy is a normal enemy. I don't know why he's here. He's stronger though, because I guess we're weaker. He's done. Next up, Big Golem. Oh, he's taking a bit. Oh, I missed that one. He's done. Headhunter is going to take a while because Headhunter has 3 forms. That's 1. That's 2. Anything should be positioned over here so I can run faster. And that's 3. Death! This probably looks extremely boring, and the answer is you're correct. But if you want to do this quickly, you kind of have to cheese it out like this. Done. Next up is Legion. You do not need to worry about the whole body on this one, because you don't need to worry about the soul. I just realized how low my health is because of the way I've been doing this. Holy cow, let's heal up a bit. This is one of those times that... Uh-oh, let's get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there. There we go. Good lord. Cutting that a little too close. Oh, I gotta fight Balor next. Oh, man. So the real issue is I don't remember how to do most of these fights because it's been literal years since I played through this game. As you can see by the fact that I have not been healing. Oh, God. Hang on. Flesh Golem, Flesh Golem, Flesh Golem. Good, there we go. Back on Headhunter. Oh, I'm not even getting the 2 hits with it. Uh-oh. I've become too dependent on the Red Minotaur. I gotta be careful here now. Whew, there we go. And finally, Graham. As you've noticed, my main strategy has been turning around with the axe because it gets 2 hits on him, which will make your life a lot easier. Let's use that last healing item regardless. I think menuing does actually take time, so I have to be very quick on this. That's all the healing we're gonna get. Back on Headhunter, let's go. Let's deal with final form. Ooh, Oh, I was not paying attention to my health again. Oh, all that for the Valman way. Clear time, 2 minutes, 39 seconds. Way too close, but hey, there's the game over screen. I realized we never actually showed that off, technically. We found the art in the game, but we never showed off what a game over looks like. Well, there you go. Now the pressure's off. Now I can screw up boss rush a bunch. The Valman way, you may know under a completely different name. Oh, wrong menu. You might know it as not being at the top of my list for some reason. What the hell? Creates a bladed vortex that slices enemies to pieces. You might know it better as the Chrysogrim. It is obviously a toned-down version of the Chrysogrim because the Chrysogrim was always really broken. This is only mildly broken by comparison. Oh, it keeps using Skull. I keep forgetting about that. Well, on the plus side, I can pair it up with Succubus and get a bunch of health back. Which honestly for boss rush is not a terrible idea. But at the same time, you have unlimited MP at this point, so why would you be doing anything else? If we manage to also get the first place rank, which is what that was, the first place rank is the Chrysogrim, or the Valman way, whichever you want to call it, you do end up getting the next item in line. You cannot get 2 Chrysogrims. I'm sorry, this is not Symphony of the Night. They thought of that a little bit. At least a little bit. I'm gonna try just using the Chrysogrim Succubus combo and see how much health we can stay in this like this. You do get other items instead. And Valman Way is obviously really good, if you even know Symphony of the Night at all. But it was not my favorite item out of the set you get. You get 2 more weapons, and I don't think the other 2 are specifically better, but I like them, because they're kind of neat. I just think they're neat. Well, I have some regrets now. Headhunter, please. Headhunter, please. Not like this. Uh-oh. Oh, it is gonna be like this. Alright, fuck it. I didn't need that last hit. I'm actually gonna wait for the healing crystal this time. We've proved we had plenty of time to do this, so it's not a big deal. Welcome to John rediscovers how to play the game in the worst way possible. I really wish this had the range that the Symphony Chrysogrim did, because it is noticeable. There we go. Ah, it still got me. All right, Legion, let's see how, I really just want to use it again on you, but let's just do it the easy way then. Well, the intended way. This is the real part where you're gonna lose time, is just how slow Legion's fight is in general. But we're aiming for between 4 and 5 minutes total on this one, so I'm not super worried if we actually waste time on this. We'll probably just, for the rest of them, just show off the end results, because obviously goofing around only goes so far here. And trust me, we're still gonna see more boss fights because we still have to redo some other ones. But obviously one of the main perks of the Chrysogrim is you can actually attack and walk at the same time, which no other weapon really lets you do, aside from just backdashing. We have not even damaged the core yet with this. Oof, there we go. Oh, there we go, this is the sweet spot, let's go. I'm healing back enough from every hit. Well, not really, but let's pretend we are. There we go. Next is, oh, Balor. I'll be fine. He said, lying to himself. Balor, why do you always have to do so much damage? Why are you always the worst? Except for, I guess, in the next game, you're not that bad in the next game. Ooh, we might need to bring out the big axe. Or maybe I should just stop using, no, not Headhunter. Bring back full. Oh, it reset the order of the list. No wonder I can't find it. Let's use the spoiled milk for the full heal. Back on Headhunter for extra damage and not worry about Succubus. Since this is a boss fight where you have to jump a lot, it's not as helpful. You know what? I need to speed up a little bit. I'm actually going a little too... I missed that completely. Oh boy. Oh, ooh, John? John? Oh, Balor. Why are you always a piece of crap? This is a good refresher for what we have left to do in the video, at least, thankfully. Heal back up, because we have to deal with Graham again. At least Graham we can just, you know... Oh, right, it's the head, because it's Dracula fight. I forgot. Wow, this is doing like so little damage. I feel like all the benefits we've had of this weapon so far are kind of gone on this fight. All right, let's expedite things a little bit then. Come on, turn into a big monster. Turn into a big scary monster. Much better. Slowly remembering how to do these fights after not having played for years. 60 per swing, that's just so little by comparison. I guess it's because it doesn't have any holy element on it versus the Salas. That got us. Oh, we didn't get 5 minutes. Oh no. We got the 5 to 6 minute prize, which is Excalibur. And we barely got it under 6, Jesus, okay. Be careful how much you goof around, essentially. We just earned the Excalibur, which is one of my favorite weapons for how absolutely stupid it is. The Excalibur, as you assume, is a big sword, but maybe not the way you're expecting. Legendary sword in the stone. However, they mean literally in the stone. Soma is not King Arthur. He can't remove it from the rock, but he's strong enough to swing it no matter what. This is the dumbest joke and also the best joke. I love this stupid sword. It's not as good as all the other weapons, but god damn, every time it makes me laugh. It's so stupid and perfect. All right. No more goofing around with this. I'm gonna jam through this and I'll show you at the end the next item we're missing. And there we go. The last item that we need to worry about. The Positron Rifle. This, I remember being one of my favorite weapons when I played through the game in university. Reflecting back on that, I'm not quite sure why. It's not exactly a great weapon, but it's a cool weapon. It's not as goofy as the Excalibur is, but it looks still cool. The Positron Rifle is the strongest gun in the game, essentially. As you would assume with a name like that. Fires positive electrons. It's a giant laser cannon. It just looks really neat. And it's got pretty good range. Not as good as, say, the actual guns in the game, but it's all right. Because it hits multiple times, and it fires pretty fast, honestly. You cannot quite double tap to get extra shots out of it, simply because sometimes if you do it too fast, you're actually not firing out of it. And it's more so that the laser is lingering on the enemy more than anything to do the damage, but it's a cool weapon. I just thought this was really neat. So let's finish this run, and I'll show you what you get for doing boss rush from here on out. After you've gotten the main 3 weapons, all you get is a potion. Just a regular potion. Basically, at that point, get the 3 items you want, and that's it. If your time is also slower than 6 minutes, that's also the prize you get, so keep that in mind. Under 4 minutes gets you the Chrysogram or the Valmon Way. 4 to 5 minutes gets you the Positron Rifle, and 5 to 6 minutes gets you Excalibur. Anything past that, not worth it. The game also keeps your time on your save file too, so you can see it there at the bottom and enjoy that as well. Now, let's dig in to Julius Mode. Now, I was wondering during the playthrough, where does it actually mention to type in Julius to unlock the save file? And it turns out, I just went to the name menu too fast to notice the game literally just flashes it on screen right now to show you that. So, let's do it. You can also pick the difficulty. We'll stick with normal. We already showed this off a bit, so you're really not getting any surprises here. The year is 2035, Japan. Julius is here. Julius has his little flicky whip, moving in whatever direction you want. Julius has a nice side dodge. He's got his leap, his Superman flight into midair, which also does damage if you want to break any candles. And he's got his 4 sub-weapons, which you switch with the R button. The axe, where he burps apparently. Grand Cross. The regular cross. And a slow falling heart, and of course, holy water. So those are the 4 abilities you get. Now you get to play through the entire game again as Julius, which means rebuilding the map. However, as I mentioned before, there are no items to actually get to build up Julius's stats. The only way to get stronger in this mode is to kill bosses. So essentially, this is a more involved boss rush mode with no real timer. But since this is a whole new save, you at least get actual saving abilities. So thank goodness for that. I'm not going to show you a complete playthrough of the game again, because that just seems like overkill at this point. But I am going to show you Julius fighting all the bosses. And if you're brave enough, I'm just going to state this now, you can take the bosses on in any order you want. Based on how bad my Balor fights were as Soma, I'm probably not going to go straight to Balor, but essentially this run ends after you defeat Graham. You can fight Graham at any time you want. Whenever you want. You don't have to do things in order. But I do recommend, so you don't get your ass handed to you, you probably kill a couple of bosses. You can go straight to Graham if you want. I don't even think you actually have to kill every boss. I think you just need to make it to Graham. Just to show there's nothing here, let's break down one of the hidden walls. It's absolutely nothing. There's really no point fighting enemies except just to avoid taking damage. I guess also to show a point. Oh, right, he can just naturally walks underwater. Let's go to the floating garden and show that the Chaos Zone is not an option. After this, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to jump from boss to boss just for simplicity's sake. But I just wanted you to see that you can pretty much do everything that you can do in a normal playthrough. Including apparently burp a lot. I know that's not what he's doing, but it kind of phonetically sounds like it. Let's heal back up. Just wish he could run. That's the only thing I'm a little bummed about. He doesn't really run. Can't do anything there. Not your jurisdiction, Julius, sorry. Whew, well, I guess since I'm here, I might as well go fight Death. So I'll see you at the Death boss fight. And then we'll figure out what bosses we need to actually take down. This is such a bad idea. But it's viable. Let's do it. It's been so long since I've done any Julius fights. He is classic Belmont, so at least you got your usual items. And we can fight Death the classic spam the cross style, so at least there's that. But since this is the second fight we've done, we're not very strong. So this fight's actually gonna take a little bit of effort, considering he's got 2 forms, and it's taking a lot of hits to even get past this first one right now. There we go, first form down. Now that I've used most of my MP. 104 damage, huh? Okay, yep, we're in trouble. Guess who doesn't remember how to do this fight? And guess what? You don't get any healing items. Probably should have pointed that out too. So now that we're out of MP, we gotta use the whip for a while here. We're in trouble. We're only doing 46 damage. This is gonna be a game of patience now. Do I have, oh. Can I at least use the axe? Oh, the axe actually does more damage. Well, shit. Didn't expect that. Oh shit, that still reaches. I think we can't take any more hits. We are so boned, dude. It's over. Yep. Ah, damn it. Yeah, I was never good at Julius Mode, I'll be perfectly honest, so I'm not surprised we got the game over there. Especially since we jumped straight to death. I'll give it one more shot, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it does, it does. Fortunately, you had to continue right where you were. Level 1, 12% of the map done, 6 minutes played. Fighting Death already. Bad decisions. Okay. Well, let's try something here. That was not worth the MP it took. I hate to say it, actually the cross is still the better option because it's just, it will get more damage per throw. It's just gonna be a patience game at this point then. This really just goes to show how dependent my playstyle is on having healing items. Not having any way to heal is what makes this rough. So, we'll just come back here later and just plow through them. So let's go do things in the actual order the game wants. All right, Manticore fight. Swinging a little bit better here now. Swinging a little bit more at my skill grade here right now. There we go. Another stat increase. I believe Julius's health stays locked at 800, so don't get too excited. Your health's gonna stay more or less the same, so you still gotta have some semblance of damage dodging, especially since you can't heal. Just unlocking all the warp points. Let's go find the next boss. What's that you say? Try fighting Death again? Sure, why not? I'm a glutton for punishment. What's different? We're now doing 69 damage. Okay, you know what? That's a sign if I've ever seen one. There's no way. There's no way. That's the sign we needed. The power of religion has given us the nice number. I was gonna say the funny number. We've got the meme number. We can do it now. That's all we needed. He says as he's probably taking more damage this time around than he did the previous attempt. It also helps, now that I've fought him a couple times, I actually somewhat remember his pattern. All right. That was not worth the trade-off. Oh yeah, we took way less damage on that one. That's way better. John! Oh, there we go. Since Julius' sidestep actually avoids damage, it's very helpful in this fight. And normally, I don't use sidesteps, as you probably noticed during the actual Soma playthrough, so it stands out a lot when I actually do it. There we go. All we needed was a little bit more strength. Much better. Let's see if we can sidestep. Nope, not if we sidestep the wrong way. Cool. Well, now I feel a little bit better, but unfortunately, I know what you guys want me to fight next. If I had to take a guess, I know what fight people want me to do. They probably wanted me to do it without any upgrades. I'm gonna tell you, Balor, I'm not doing that at minimum upgrades. I'll try it now, but I can guarantee it is going to have the same result that the first 2 fights with Death did, which was absolute failure. Man, how much damage? How hard are you to take down now? Not too bad. Fine, I'll try it. I'll see you at Balor. Nothing is more humbling than trying to do a game out of order and realizing you are not very good at that play style. I have been getting messed up on my way just to get to Balor, and I do not expect this fight to go in my favor, considering I cannot heal, and I will be taking an extreme amount of damage. I'm taking 144 damage per hit. Yeah, I'm already pretty much dead. This Balor fight was going bad as Soma as it was during boss rush. I don't know why I thought Julius's would be any different. Maybe if I sidestepped a bit more, I'd be doing a bit better. Nope, it's over. 22 hit points. I mean, I could try to cheese it like this, but I believe his fist can still reach me. Or I could just slide right into it. Yep. No, Balor's a bad idea. Let's go fight some more regular bosses. I am confused. Wasn't that supposed to be the golem? Is that different in Julius mode? No, I just forgot that that was even a boss. Okay. Cool, well, let's actually go fight something else then. Oh yeah, since we're here, you're probably wondering how to get in here if you're actually going for map completion. You can't turn around and backdash in because that just moves you this way. So, to get into this room is a little silly. Jump and whip and move backwards. It's the only way to make sure you're facing the correct way to get in there. Well, I don't think we're ready for Balor just yet, so let's see how we do against Legion. I will admit, I'm enjoying trying to do these out of order because I don't think I've ever really tried to do it this drastically. So I will admit, I look like I am terrible at this game, and maybe I actually am. I can accept that. But it has been actually kind of fun trying to do this way. This is the main fun of Julius mode, is seeing if you can do things out of order. You don't have to do things out of order, but it has definitely been a nice change of pace. Oh, 2 pieces freed. 3 pieces freed. Damn, that actually was faster than I expected. Let's see if I can get that last piece off. Let's get that soul! Let's get that soul, baby! Let's go! Nice! Give me that orb. We earned that orb. We earned that orb, baby. Let's go. Hell yeah. I guess the one downside is that there's no real marker for how strong you've actually gotten unless you keep refighting the same enemy over and over. And I can do that as a set of a marker, but I think someone has broken down the actual stat increases online. But it's a rough estimate because the game doesn't let you pause. There is no pause as Julius. There's just bring up the menu. That's the closest thing you, or the map rather. This is the closest thing you have to a pause. I don't know why I even bother going this way, but that's probably one of the major downsides. As I think we've discussed before, and definitely people online have also discussed as well, Dawn of Sorrow's Julius Mode is way more interesting and more fleshed out than I feel this one is. I feel this is just the equivalent of like, yeah, in the past few games we've had like play as another character mode. Let's just throw that in as well and not do anything too drastically different. Dawn of Sorrow is the first time I can look at the modes and be like, yeah, that's pretty drastically different. So we've grabbed 2 orbs since we tried fighting Balor, so let's see how we fare this time. I'll meet you back over there. I still foresee this going really bad. I'm just really bad at this Balor fight in general, but let's see if we can do a little bit better this time, and at least. Because our damage output at least is gonna be up now. But we're still gonna take a lot of damage in return, which is the real issue here. Balor's damage output is just so rough by comparison. It definitely makes him stand out as the memorable boss fights in this game. Which is why I find his Dawn of Sorrow fight so funny, because I don't remember him being as bad in that game. And I feel like I've been saying the opposite in descriptions, but yeah, it's just, I can't close in any gap here. The downside to the 4 items they give you, like, I hate saying this, the dagger actually probably would have been kind of helpful. Because this is just outside of his damage hitbox, so I can't actually just cheese this fight with the boomerang without risking taking some damage. Just the amount of space that damn fist covers. Nope, still can't do it. No healing items, and just how much damage that boss fight does just makes it rough. Alright, here's the big golem. You know, that's a sad state of affairs, actually, that I completely forgot that that armor is actually even considered a boss, because I didn't even realize that they didn't even show up in the boss rush. That's how unremarkable that fight is as a boss fight. Legitimately, completely forgot about it. Next up, great armor. He's done. Oh my god. I just completely forgot that great armor was in the boss rush. That's how unremarkable it was. Jesus Christ. In case you're ever wondering what Julius has to do about Chrono Mage, he's just immune. It doesn't matter. He's just that powerful. That's what happens when you're essentially the self-insert character of the leader of the series. Good job, Iga. All right, let's go fight Headhunter. At this point, since we fought so many extra bosses, Headhunter shouldn't be that bad. In fact, yeah, I think 3 of these should be enough. The third one might be tricky to time, though. Let's see if we can do it. Ah, almost! Oh, well. Oh, all right. That just leaves 2. Graham and Balor. We have the... I can't be any stronger for Balor, because Graham ends the game. Unless there's a boss I forgot about, and considering I'm pretty sure I forgot about the armor boss, it's entirely possible. I think we have to go right for it. Godspeed. All right, no choice this time around. Now I actually gotta do it for real. 137 per whip at least. I just gotta avoid the hits that have been like giving me ridiculous damage. Yeah, like those. No more of those. You can avoid those, you'll be getting through the Balor fight, no problem, John. Come on, it looks like you might be ready for lasers. Oh, baby, we made it. We're good. We're golden. This is the easy part. Finally. All it took was killing literally everyone else. Also, I'm gonna be real. I did that fight way better. I'm just gonna be real. I just dodged better in that one, but I'm just really bad at that fight in general. Oof. Alright, well that leaves one boss. Alright, it took us about half map completion, but it's time to fight Graham. As you can imagine, even at full power, it's still gonna take a bit. This isn't quite used our great axe stratagem this time around. We actually have to aim a little bit. But this is otherwise, you know, a standard Belmont versus Dracula boss fight. Aim for the head. You can destroy certain fireballs if it uses them. Just be careful where you stand. Careful boomerangs will actually do a lot of damage. This is about the only time it's different. Even then, I think you can just stand here and just whip them. Yeah, there we go. All right. Final form. Let's go use a Grand Cross on him. I don't have enough MP for a Grand Cross. Shit. All right, well, that actually kiboshed my plan a lot. Well, this is embarrassing because I'm going to lose this fight now. Which is sad because this Graham fight's not that bad normally. Oh, okay, never mind, we're good. I'm honest, I thought I jinxed it when I said that. Because normally that's when it's jinxed. Alright, with all the bosses defeated, we just kind of leave. We don't even see the castle get destroyed. We just leave. Credits roll. And there's Iga. That's it. Nothing much else to say. It's just no credit, standard credits, no story at all, no dialogue at all. It's just Julius showed up, kicked everyone's ass, and left. The Belmont life. Julius Mode is actually like a fun addition. I like that they added it at all. And I guess it's technically tradition since Symphony of the Night. But I like that in this case, it actually does still give you one last unlock to enjoy at the end here. So once we go through all the credits, we do get one last thing to enjoy. We get the normal ending icon. We get Soma instead of actually getting we get Soma instead of getting Julius. I don't know why that's the difference they make there. You think he would at least got his own sprite there to enjoy. Now that we've beaten the game with the Julius Mode file, guess what counts? As a game clear, to load into boss rush mode, we can now fight all the bosses again as Julius. Boss rush mode as Julius, as you can probably imagine, is a bit rougher, if not just for the fact that you're Julius. You have no healing items at all. So, just good luck. That's all it comes down to. It's a bit more recommended as Julius to maybe stop and get some of the healing items, but I'm also talking as someone who's not good at playing as Julius. If you're good at playing as Julius and you don't need them, more power to you, go for it. I'm just bad. I still don't get why you're here. I assume it's just to round out the boss list at 10. But you're definitely just a normal enemy. actually going to take the heal on this one. No strength increase from taking the heals, it just gives you back your health and your sub-weapon energy. Actually, what am I doing? I know this works. I literally did it earlier. Too early? Nope. Okay, heal up again, because I used all my energy on Grand Crosses. Our time is not going to be anywhere near comparable to how it was with Soma and the overpowered, like, Chaos Ring and everything. But it is nice to go back to some of these fights that we did low power before, such as the death fight, and get a little bit of vengeance on it at least. Unfortunately, we still have to fight Balor. And you know how bad that fight went before. Right, I don't know why I keep thinking I can duck that one. You know what, I am going to take the heal, which sucks, because this is the slowest one to take a heal on. Legion, you weren't that bad. I almost think I should have done Grand Cross instead on this fight. So what am I doing? Yeah, just go back down here. You know what? I'll try it. Actually, I'm not sure how Grand Cross does damage on this guy. Let's find out. The answer is pretty good. Okay, that's fair. I don't care about the purest kill on this one, but I do need another heal. Like I've said before, I'm just not good at playing as Julius for some reason. I don't know why. I'm not terrible at the classic Castlevanias. It's just for some reason, like, I just don't mesh with Julius's style in this mode. It's weird. And I don't think it's because the game was designed to be played as Soma. I don't think that's why. There's just a weird thing about it. I can't quite explain it. It's probably just that I'm bad. I think that's all it boils down to. That's barely a damage difference between the two. Wow, okay. Screw it. Also probably should have been doing that in my previous attempts with Balor, huh? Sucks at boss rushes when I'm realizing, oh, I should have just done this instead. That would have been way better. Why don't I just play better? Ugh, of course. Oh my god, I can't believe that worked! I definitely thought that wasn't gonna work because of the orbs. That's hilarious. This time I'm gonna try to at least have enough MP to do a Grand Cross on the final form, just to expedite that. I do want to at least speed this part up a little bit. Because I don't want to just keep doing... John, do not throw this away now. Don't die on the easy patterns, you dingus. Oh, that might have been. That was such a bad call! Oh no, we're gonna lose! I think we're doing less damage to him too. Shit! No, I picked Grand Cross. I'm dead. I'm dead. I don't know how at this point I've done so many playthroughs of this game and I still get regular cross and Grand Cross mixed. I'm in a bad spot. Oh no. Okay, there we go. I don't know how I still get the icons for regular and Grand Cross mixed up. It's because the one is blue, which makes me think Grand Cross, and the other one looks like a regular cross. Whatever, we're done. We got through it somehow. Sloppy as all hell, but we got through it. And our prize was... Wait. Our prize was Excalibur? By mere seconds. Okay. So, fun fact. I read up about this before I went and did this recording. And the sources I checked explicitly stated Julius only gets potions. So, I guess we got Excalibur. It's a shame we don't have a menu to access to equip it. Meaning we can't do anything with it. But there you go. You can do boss rush now with Julius or with our good boy Soma. There are actually 2 more modes you can do as well for extra starts. Actually, there's 3 technically. Carry over them items and spirits. Ooh. This is the downside of having only 3 files. Alright, let's quickly delete one of these and show off the other 2 codes. So there's one thing I forgot to tell you if you're going for 100% map completion. You do need to get behind this waterfall and go to the forbidden area if you're trying to get map completion. Julius can't transform, and his sliding move only works on ground. It doesn't work in midair because instead you do your super jump. There's 2 ways to get in there, and they both involve this damn boat. One is, if it's moving forward like this, wait for it to get as close to the waterfall as possible. And then just press the button to slide in there. Perfect. Nice and simple. However, sometimes the boat decides to actually float backwards. You can actually still get in this way as well. Position yourself on the very tip of the boat. Do your dash, but also hold to the right while you're holding down the button. You'll perform a second one as long as you keep the L button held down, and you'll just get behind you. So, no matter what, no matter which way this damn boat's moving, you can get in there, but it's obviously much easier the boat's moving closer to the waterfall than farther away. So it dawned on me that I told you in the video earlier that you could actually get to Graham without fighting any bosses, but I never actually showed you how to do that. Because here's the thing, there are basically 3 different ways to get to Graham, but 2 of them are going to be blocked by bosses. If we keep going forward, we have to fight the Creaking Skull. If we go upwards, we have to fight the Headhunter. They're both bosses you can't skip, essentially, on those paths. So the only way to get to Graham without fighting a boss is to go around through the reservoir. It is definitely a workaround. It's a bit odd, too. You wouldn't really think to go this order and this path, but it works. That's the shocking thing about it. So we're gonna take you on a little tour, and we're gonna do a little fight with Graham and just see how it goes. But we're not gonna do the entire fight with Graham because, to be perfectly honest, it's not a good idea. Consider this more of a challenge put out to people watching this than anything if you want to try this. But this is more so a challenge in patience and perseverance than anything else. This might be... So the fact that we're so weak is going to actually complicate doing this, but at least we get little toots. The little toots will cheer us to victory. Okay, now we can get through here. Beep, beep, out of my way, I'm a Julius. Can we get over these? I can! Good, all right. I thought that was gonna hit me. This is such a roundabout way to do this, too. Good lord. Oop, no, no, no. 90 damage from touching a bone skeleton. Gross. No, not even a bone skeleton, just a tower. All right, these imps are gonna mess things up too. At least it's a short trip up there. It's just we have to go a little bit without a save point, and then the enemies will go get weaker again when we get close to one, which we actually should be really close now. Because you should see a very familiar area here in a second. There we go. Just gotta skip through here. Now, you can also go up that way through the garden and then go through the clock tower, but you are risking taking a lot more damage if you do that. It's just a lot easier to go up this way. And notice how the creaking skeleton boss door is there. I think that's the only way you'll ever end up seeing it like that door closed like that, because you normally would just go straight forward. Oh, everything's gonna take so many hits to kill though, oh good lord. This is a good thing we don't need to worry about kills for the most part. We just gotta worry about keeping good old Julie safe. So at this point, we're gonna go straight up, because now we can get into the inner quarters. And if you remember when we were hanging out in the inner quarters, you pretty much know where to go at this point. Sorry, Persephone, not interested. Nope, gotta actually do a dodge there. Let's just cut through here, ignore all the cats. And with that, we're already at the top floor. Like I said, a bit of a weird workaround, but it works if you know if you remember the layout. The problem now is everything here. Everything here hurts a lot. And it's gonna be a little bit before we can even get to a save point. So we're gonna need to be very careful. Oh God! Oh, we need to do this! This is where things are gonna get hard. God bless that quantum step. Okay. We're gonna have to do a lot of dodging here now, because pretty much anything could kill us at this moment. But if we can get through this screen, oh, we're safe. Okay, cool. Because our save point is here. Yeah, I'll save. I wasn't going to because I didn't want to overwrite my file, but honestly, it's not that big a deal. And now we can just casually walk up and take on Graham. This is a terrible, terrible idea. Just so you can see the map path that we took. That is, as far as I am aware of, the only, or the most direct route, rather, to get there. You can also, if you want to, like I said earlier, go through the floating garden, then go through the clock tower to get to the back path to get up the same part of the top floor. But you're risking a lot more damage considering you have to deal with all the Medusas and the clock tower and all the spikes. This is just the more direct way to do it. Let's go take on Graham. Graham takes 1 damage from every hit. That's, oh no, he takes 12 from the axe. All right, well that's an improvement. How about Grand Cross? Can I even hit you with that thing? That is a waste of MP, wow. Oh, buddy. All right, so axes are the way to go since they do 12 damage. But we take 134, so not a good trade. Can you at least get me hit by Wigglies? A little bit. But here's the downside to all of this. Graham has 5,000 hit points. So this is an exercise in patience more than anything else. Patience and I guess a little bit of skill. But since I can only do, the most damage I can do right now is 12 with 1 axe, it's still gonna take a while. So I'm obviously not gonna do this for the whole video, because that's just asking for trouble, and or it just to take literally forever. But if anyone wants to take this on as a challenge, it's definitely a challenge. Because keep in mind, you have to do so much damage to him the whole time. Like I said, 5,000 hit points worth of health. And this is just with his easy form too. Like I don't know how bad it's gonna be when he switches to the giant chair form, or even when he's sitting in the middle just shooting the fireball rings. Oops. Oh, a step. Yeah, 1 more hit and I'm dead. This is just the dumbest idea. I'm so glad you can do this though. I'm so glad that this is an option. It does make me wonder how much that even just one soul makes a difference. One boss soul. But man, just kudos to anyone who pulls this off because it is tedious as hell. All right, let's get back and show off those other modes. So I'm not sure when the game tells you these. This is the only one I couldn't confirm where you got access to these codes from. But if you type in either the name No Use or No Soul, you'll get special versions of the game. I keep forgetting it just skips like that. No Use means no items to use. You have no items at all you get to use at all for healing. You do still get your equipment at least. Thank God for that. But otherwise, everything else is normal. So basically, the Julius Mode playthrough we just did essentially is now the Soma Mode playthrough, except we still get experience. We just don't get any healing items other than save points. So again, if your playstyle is sloppy like mine is, you're gonna have some problems. The other mode, however, is a bit more problematic. No soul. Nas soul, never mind. Let's try it. No, I can't. What is happening tonight? Okay, that time I definitely didn't hit it twice. What is going on with my gamepad here? All right, let's try that again. Well, at least one of them wasn't my fault. No soul mode, hang on a second, splat. No soul mode is pretty much what you expect it is based on the name. Souls don't work in this mode. You can still collect them, but they're unusable. Because you need certain souls to actually beat the game, such as double jump, slide, high jump, etc., etc., you can use those. They can't make it so you can't use a single soul, but the majority you get nothing out of as a result. You still collect the souls because you can just have them in your inventory, but they don't do anything, with the exception of the few that actually do work. I am trying to double jump, and I don't have that option. I'm literally trying to play. I'm like, why can't I double jump anymore? Oh, right, new file. It's been a long night, guys. Like, I can backdash, so any of the, like, the actual ability souls pretty much stay the same, but everything else, useless. Just to go prove this, let's actually go fight Big Boy. Let's go fight the giant skeleton and at least show that it does nothing. Actually, he doesn't drop a guaranteed soul, so this is actually gonna be redundant. So yeah, these two extra options are basically challenge modes for you to see how well you've got the game down pat. If you want a real challenge, there's those, and then of course there's actual hard mode. You can do both of these in hard mode as well if you're feeling ridiculously brave. I don't recommend it, but you can do it. There's one last mode to cover before we actually go and just show the true full ending and then wrap it all up. And that, of course, is hard mode difficulty. We're gonna do a new game plus of that just to show the main thing here. So let's go here, select difficulty hard. Intro's the same. Blap, everything's the same. 320 health. However, we do have the Claim Salas. We have our giant sword, but we are back to level 1. We start with 22 experience points, so we're on the way there, but everything carried over. We have the Dracula's Tunic, the Chaos Ring, and all the souls we've collected, except for any special abilities we needed. So we can go ahead and re-equip. They're all going to be re-sorted based on their enemy number now, I believe. So Red Minotaur. I actually think we do not have our dash one, which is a bummer. Yeah, we don't have Black Panther. That's the bummer one I wish they would let you keep, but I get it. It's technically a prize for accomplishing a bunch, and it would really be stupid to let you just dash through the entire game on hard mode, but I would also really appreciate being able to do that. So let's just equip... Let's just give ourselves a big old sword. And let's give ourselves a starting boost anyways. Let's equip Headhunter. We already know our equipment. However, you might have noticed something important here. We only have 80 MP, which means we can't use our giant Minotaur yet. You actually need to recustomize your skills to something you can afford to use, even though we have unlimited MP. Hard mode is exactly what you expect it to be. Everything else is more difficult. Everything does more damage. You take more damage. Although, considering we're starting with all this gear, it's kind of negligible. You can start a brand new file. Sorry. You can start a brand new file and you can just start with generic basic equipment again if you want, or you can just carry everything over to a New Game Plus file. It's really up to you. You lose all your abilities and everything hits harder. That's the main difference, but you do get to recollect everything again. So if you want to have duplicates of things, you can do that. If you're big on that, or if you never got the Soul Eater ring before and didn't use any of the exploits, now you have doubles of everything to sell. I'm not gonna bother showing an entire hard mode playthrough because again, it's the same thing. You already know what to expect with this. Hard mode ups the drop rate a little bit for souls, which is great for getting that 100%. But the only other thing it adds, other than things that hit harder, are 5 extra items. There are 5 items exclusive to hard mode difficulty. So let's go show those off. The first of the 5 hard mode only items is in this room right here in the study. So this secret room here contains 2 items. This melon, which we got before, no problem, and the Kaiser Knuckle. The Kaiser Knuckle, obviously not that powerful compared to the claim, but still very entertaining. Your fist becomes as strong as an angry god's. How do you feel about JoJo references? Or just punching really fast? Because now we can do that. Multiple hits as long as the knuckle's hitting at once. You mash it to do a lot of good extra hits. It's a cool novelty, and again, as we mentioned before, hit damage technically is not a weakness. So it can also not be resistant, which means you can do neutral damage to an enemy if you're strong enough. But comparatively, for most weapons, it's gonna be weak. I believe this is the strongest of the knuckles. It's definitely the most entertaining of the knuckles. But otherwise, I mean, at this point, if you're gonna use it, you're using it for variety's sake. The next 2 items are actually pretty close together. They're both around Death's boss fight. The first one up here is Death's Scythe, which you'll notice we can't actually reach yet. And the second one is about 5 screens away. It's in this tunnel right here that I remember commenting on, why is this spot here? There's nothing there and it's really weird in the normal playthrough. Turns out, it's specifically for this item, Death's Robe. But you can't get it yet when you actually find it. You need to come back here with the bad abilities. So essentially, you get teased with 2 items that you can't touch for another little while. So we'll come back and grab these a little later. The next item in hard mode only is here. It's not the Balmung. It's here in the arena in this spot. It's the Silver Gun. Also just known as a gun, again. Fires sterling silver bullets. It's a gun. I don't know what you expected. It is better than the original gun that we found. I don't know, it's gonna take a while to even find where that is on this list. I think it's right near the bottom. I believe that's where the guns usually go, yeah. It is stronger than the handgun by a little bit. Well, I say a little, it's actually a lot more than I thought. It's still outclassed by most of the other weapons you have, but it also is still a gun. As long as your aim is true, it's fun to have. I was always a little bummed out that guns are not really the most viable weapon in this game. I get why, because it's still a Castlevania game at its heart. But it's so drastically different from what they normally do in these kind of games. That's why I was excited to see a little bit of variety in the attacks because of this. I think even the positron rifle outdamages it. Not by much. Wow, okay. And it's actually faster than the positron rifle, so... I can actually see a case for using the silver gun instead, but pretty much everything else we have is going to be more powerful. Well, especially if I have the correct weapon on. But yeah, that just leaves us getting the 2 items we can't reach and our 1 final hidden item, and then we've got it all. All right, we're back with the bat form, so now we can actually just go up and get this, and it's Death's Sickle. This is actually, stat-wise, the most powerful weapon in the game. It's way stronger than the Claim Salas. However, it does have a couple issues. You can notice that it does increase your attack by 24, which is very nice, but the Claim actually boosted everything else a little bit. It does up your luck, though, so if you're looking for drops, this is a good thing to have in your hand. The other problem is, somehow it's slower than the Claim, which is honestly impressive, considering. It does have better reach in general, though. It's got excellent reach. But the real issue, you can see the effect on the enemy we're hitting there, is that it's Dark Elemental. While pretty much everything else is weak to Holy. That's the reason that I said for the longest time that the Claim is actually the strongest weapon, simply because everything is pretty much weak to Holy. Not everything, but a vast majority. Like, this is great for fighting Julius, if you can aim correctly. And if you like the extra reach, it's very handy. But I believe... Oh, maybe not. Hang on. Okay, no, it is, yeah. The handle... I can't tell. It's hard to tell. I thought the handle didn't do damage, but it looks like... Oh, yeah, no, that one got through. So there's like a little soft spot, a little empty space on the handle that some enemies can get through, but not many. More damage, but wrong elemental, which is why the Claim basically makes up for it with everything else. So that's the one downside to it, and that's why I prefer the Claim. All right, let's grab this now, too. This is Death's Robe, the only new armor you can get on hard mode. Again, kind of a similar situation. This one has some more things I can see going in your favor for picking it than anything. It does up your defense by 3, your intelligence by 7, and your luck by 7, but you lose 2 attack, 2 strength, and 2 constitution, which I guess makes sense. This is a your mileage may vary one. If you want drops, yes, use the robe. If you don't mind the tiny drop in attack power, but want a little tiny boost in defense, I would say just go for this at this point, because at least it's variety at that point. And that just leaves one final item for us to get. The final item is here in the room right before Dracula's throne room, where you would fight Graham. Go to the top right corner and turn to a bat, and you will find this tucked away. The Tear of Blood. The Tear of Blood is an accessory. Precious stone as red as blood. Defense +7. Actually, I think it's +8, but everything else is neutral. Hang on, let me unequip. That'll make it easier. There we go. Tear of Blood, attack +1, defense +8, strength +1, constitution +1, intelligence +1, no change to luck. Cool for that aspect. However, likely by the time you've grabbed this, you already have, not the Soul Eater ring, you already have the Chaos ring. So why would you give up infinite MP? It's basically made redundant at that point. But that is all the hard mode items. We got everything. Now, everything from here on out is essentially the same. It's still fighting Graham, it's still going to Chaos, fighting Julius, etc. It's just that everything takes less damage and you take a little bit more. So we'll just leave this run there and just go back to our original run, and let's end Chaos in spectacular fashion by being extremely overpowered. And with that, we come back to get the 100% ending. Now, we're overpowered on this one. I compared this to our old file. We finished the game originally at level 46. We're now level 67, so we're 21 levels higher than originally we were. Our strength is now 177 instead of 121. And all of our stats have had similar increases. So our attack is up by 56 right now. We are going to slaughter this boss. But I want to show something interesting here too. So since we were collecting all these extra souls, we were also powering up the Headhunter soul. So that soul gets an increase every 16 souls you pick up. It doesn't matter what type of soul they are. It can all be just the same, like the Bat Soul, Skeleton Warrior, whatever. As long as you get 16 new souls, the stats go up by 1. In our original file, the attack went up by 8. Our defense went up by 4, and most of our and so on and so on. I think all stats were 8, basically. Now, now is a different story. Oh my god, our attack goes up 16. Our strength goes up. My god, it's almost 20. Oh my god, everything goes up by 16. Oh, this is so ridiculous, except for defense, which just has a lower conversion rate. We are going to shred this boss right now. Yeah, we're going in with 292 attack. We went into the boss, I believe we had Headhunter on, with 228. Let's go get that true ending. Now, of note, none of this dialogue is different. This stuff's all the same, so I'm just gonna jump through this. In fact, I can just skip it. The actual change dialogue is after we land back on the hill. So we have to start here first and foremost with all of our souls taken away, so we just gotta get these back as soon as we can. Crack whichever one you want first. I guess technically we want to get the yellow one back, because then we get the Headhunter bonus again. Because right now we do not have that bonus going at all. Here we go. Two down. Oh, I hate that we can't attack that guy because he keeps running away. Okay, so we took a lot of bad damage because I'm basically just tanking things, but I'm not worried about it. This is meant to be a fast kill, not a clean kill. Because now the fun begins. Since we have Red Minotaur Soul, we get to keep doing this. Every eye you break, your damage on the center chaos gets stronger. So if you break them all with the Red Minotaur Soul, it ends pretty damn quickly. Folks, that's called being OP! One final send-off to Drax Castle as it blows up in the eclipse. Congratulations! You blew up everyone. Well done. Again, this part of the dialogue is the same. Everyone's saying, thanks for being cool. Thanks for not being actually Dracula. You did good, Soma. Thanks for not leading us all dying forever. And now the dialogue should change. Wake up, Soma. Ugh. Oh, thank God. I was so worried about you. Ricardo told me that you would be okay, but I was worried. I thought you would never wake up. I heard everybody's voices. You saved my life. Again. Again? Yes, I couldn't have won that last battle by myself. Everyone's kind words and encouragement led me to victory. I'm so glad that your experience didn't change you. But it did change me. Buckle up. In what way? I'm a lot cooler now! Oh! Soma, why? Oh, you're such a nerd. It's the dumbest change for an ending. It's so stupid, but at least you know Soma's still Still normal, I guess. Although she's just calling him out like, yeah, you wouldn't have said that before. You're an idiot. Remember, inside of me, Dracula's power lies sleeping. It may not be evil anymore, but it's definitely changed me. My hair went back to normal, though. I need to find that conditioner. If anything ever happens again, everyone will rush to your aid. That's right. I guess they will. Look, the eclipse has ended. Your kind words gave me the strength to win. Thanks. And then they hold hands. It's adorable. And that is a slight change, but that is the 100% ending for all souls in the game. And that's gonna do it, finally, for everything for Castlevania, Aria of Sorrow. I'm sorry it took so long to get this bonus video out, but at least the main series was done, so it wasn't the biggest cliffhanger, but I think we jammed everything in. We still missed a couple things. Like, we never showed the trick to getting past 100% on map completion. I'll probably have popped that up on screen here. There's still some other things that I'm sure I haven't even thought of that we haven't talked about. Like, we never dug completely into the drops for enemies, but that was just too much to go through, and it's honestly not worth the time, because you're not going to really find anything Chrysogrim levels by doing that. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed playing these kind of games. Metroidvanias are my favorite type of genre, and I was just happy to get a chance to show one of them off. And since we did this to promote the release of Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, and since it's been so long since the actual main playthrough and the bonus video, the game's out. So, if you want to see a full playthrough of that, I actually have already done that on Twitch. So you'll see a link either in the description below or like in a card in the corner, linking to the playthrough we did on Twitch, which is hosted on YouTube. And it's a full playthrough, but it's a blind playthrough, which means it's going to be me figuring things out on my own for my very first time. It's going to seem a little shaky, but if you want that blind experience, that's there. We also have our official item in the game now, too. So if you start a file in Bloodstained Ritual of the Night with the file name Egg Farm in all capital letters, you get our Wesker egg symbol as a helmet, which is absolutely phenomenal for ruining cutscenes, which I highly recommend you watch the playthrough to at least see how we ruined a bunch of those. Like I said, I'm sorry this bonus video took so long to get out. This just seems to be the case with a lot of projects, as I'm sure many of you are aware of at this point. But I do want to say one special thanks here, and this is going to seem a little weird. A couple years ago, I think this was 2019, the Runaway Guys, our YouTube group, was at Too Many Games, and we were doing signings and stuff like that. And this one guy came up to the booth, and he was really excited to talk to me, which I was surprised about. But he was just so excited, and I was chatting with him. He was a nice guy. And he says at one point, like, oh man, I hate to do this because I know you probably get this a lot, but when are you going to finish? And then when he said that, I'm like, okay, that's Superman. That's code word for Superman. Everyone always does this. And he surprised me, and he said, when are you going to finish Aria? When are you going to do the bonus video? I love the playthrough you did that. And I'm going to be honest, that guy's energy, enthusiasm, and like his, just how nice he was in general, completely caught me off guard, and that was probably the nicest fan experience I've ever had doing this, which is a crazy thing to say. But just hearing him be so excited about the Aria playthrough, which to me, I'm going to pull the curtain back a little bit here. I didn't think I did the best job on the playthrough. I was happy so many people liked it when we did it, but I was worried that I kind of went, eh. So to have someone that excited about it and that being like, please do the bonus video, like I love it. I love the playthrough. I want to see more. I'm like, that just made my con, and I've never forgotten that guy. I'm bad with names, so I don't remember the name of the person, but I've never forgotten that interaction. So if you're watching this, even though it's 2 years after our discussion, thanks so much, dude. That really meant a lot to me. So I really appreciate it. As for everyone else, I don't know when the next Castlevania we're gonna do. I don't know what the next Metroidvania game is we're gonna do. We've got a lot we can pick from. It's not a genre with it's not a genre that's really limited anymore. But whatever we end up playing, hopefully you guys enjoy it. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I'll see you on the next game.